This is a turtle lover's house on South Padre Island.
She's not open except 2 days a week now. That's what she told us. She said we could touch him right back here. We could touch him right back there. You want to touch him, Nicholas? Let him stoop down so Daddy can picture with you.
Can you see him? Okay, Joe?
Oh, Daddy's up there.
Get out of here. No, that's all right. No, it's all right.
Miss Locher, what is this? Is this one of the, are these babies?
Yeah, he is.
See, one's name is Geraldine and the other's name is Ray.
Let me tell you what that is.
Were they hatched here?
The one has a flipper that got cut off.
Well, is Geraldine, are they red ones?
No.
Aren't these red ones? These aren't Geraldine's, they're red ones? Is the name of that one Dr. Porter?
No, Dr. Porter is this one got a little bit of trouble,
Right, get on Porter's Daddy. No, go the other way, honey. I don't think you go through here.
Oh, you were? Well, he doesn't care what you call him. You see the fault.
I didn't know she had this
She
many
said Dr.
now.
Porter's up here.
Is there one in every one of these tanks up here?
Are the little ones?
But he's just doing his flippers.
Flicker.
Oh,
Isn't that nice?
And is he going to grow to be a big sea turtle?
He will get to be 400 pounds. Now, I don't know if it's a he or a she.
Uh-huh.
But when he's a little boy and goes this way, I call him a he.
Yeah.
Yeah. He, when I got him, was pitch black. He came and was washed up in the red tide. And the grass and that, it doesn't kill the sea turtles, but it hurts them, their eyes just like it did ours, and their ears and their nose. It makes them very, very uncomfortable.
And heard about the sea tide.
Huh?
They heard about
Red tide.
The red tide?
Yeah.
And so the 3 sea turtles crawled up on the beach, and they had just been hatched. Their shell here was all leather, and they were only about 2 inches in diameter. And 3 men came along, and 2 of them found the live ones, and 1 found the dead one. And the dead one we had to bury, of course. And
What is this, a Ridley turtle?
this is a loggerhead.
So you
He
believe
will
it.
get to be 400 pounds.
Those are those big
Has this one been hurt? This one?
Yes, I'll tell you the color that he will be. But he's a sweet
But
little
he's
fellow.
all right now.
Yes, they're all right now. They got,
You washed all that tar and stuff off and everything?
well, they didn't have tar on them. They just had, it was just red tide.
Well, what does the red tide consist of? All?
No, algae. Just came out in strips like this.
Yeah, I saw
Was it
some
right
of
out
that.
here?
It came up right out here, and this came up in different
Used to need oysters or anything like that.
Okay, can you say high five?
Bye-bye.
Can you tell him bye-bye, honey?
He's really showing off.
Nicholas.
There you go. For sure, big one.
Yes. Now
Yeah,
this
it's salty.
is
Really salty.
catfish floater. The men use it to give to the catfish to make them big enough to eat. And it floats, and it's easy food to feed to them because it does not make them too fat. If we give them all food like shrimp and that, and the fish, they get way too fat. And a fat turtle is not a healthy turtle.
What's he squirt that water out his mouth?
Now, what they do, they take that in and squirt it out of their nose, and at the same time, the squirt goes down into their stomach, and pushes the food down into their stomach. All of their digestion is done in the stomach, not in the throat. And that is the
Did you
purpose
see him
of
eat?
that.
Had to eat
You know,
like
that's
that?
a good way to eat. And they do not breathe through the nose, but they use the nose for this purpose. and use the nose for smelling. The nose is very, very excellent for smelling. But,
What do they breathe through?
they breathe through their mouth, and I'll show you that with
They
one of
breathe
the
through their
other
mouth,
turtles
Jack,
that we
like
have.
I do with my allergies.
Now, when you kids eat this up, that's all you're going to do tonight. Because I don't want fat turtles. Now, this is Geraldine, and this is Ray. Already watched.
Ray and Geraldine. Are they lovers?
Well, I don't know whether they're two girls or two boys.
The odd couple.
You can't sex them until they grow a tail.
Oh.
And they don't have a tail yet?
No, they don't have a tail yet. They're not mature enough to mate yet. They will get to be 600 pounds.
My goodness.
And
Will they still be here when they're 600 pounds?
The what?
Will they still be here when they're 600?
No.
let 'em
No,
lose-
when they get old enough to mate.
That's what I
We
thought.
will give them to one of the universities, or else we will release them into the Gulf.
I thought so.
Because they're too big for us to try to make here.
So when you release them into the Gulf, are they able to take care of themselves
Oh,
then?
yes. They
it's
know
not like-
exactly what to do when they get out there. They're very intelligent. And as long as they can get free food this way, they're happy.
That's great.
Well, are these babies?
And he eats, but see, he's tilted somewhat. And that means that he has a gas in his intestines. And we took him to the doctor for the wound. And she operated on him, Dr. Huntress did, and found out that there was gas in the intestines. And so we're keeping him separated. And as soon as sometimes he lays flat, that means that he has expelled all the gas. But
What was his problem when you operated on him?
yeah, the intestines had about this much of the intestines had gas in it.
Did they take that out?
Yeah, she took it out and it healed right up again, of course. Now his name is John Livingston Seeker. And he is an Aggie. He was brought to us from A&M. And that makes him, he is, well, all of them have that much of a tail. But the one, I'll have to show you him up there. Come on over and see my female. No, she's we loaned her to the University of Florida, and they almost killed her. And so now we have her back, and she's ours. Aren't you, sweetheart? Yeah, see that?
What's the matter? Yeah.
That's
how they breathe.
I'll give them $100 a month in food. And just the graduate students were doing that. And they found out that all they had to do was go out into a pond and catch with a net. And they happened to be fatty fish. And although they had about 100 turtles that they were, and on USA.
Did they come here?
Yeah, they come here. And all except Carson and Johnny. They sent us passage to come.
Oh, and you took the turtle?
We took the turtles.
How many did you take?
We took only 2.
Yeah.
And
How did you travel with the turtle?
Yeah.
so we have little cages like this, about this big for them. And we
with
put
water?
them inside. No, only we do
They
with
can
water.
they can stay out of water a while.
Or they can stay out that long if you put them on their backs. Because, you see, the back shell is a lot heavier than the bottom shell.
Yeah.
And if you put them on the bottom shell, that heavy shell can smother them. And so we put them on their back when they travel and just put a damp cloth over them. And they can be
Were they
out
good
for
air
2 days.
travelers?
Yeah, they're good air travelers. And when we get to the hotels, you know, of course, in Hollywood. But then they didn't say a word. They just
They're
took us
celebrities.
What are you doing? And So we put them in the bathtub when we had to use a basin for our bath. We got to New York City, we tried to hide them at first for a little bit. And because we saw the manager's desk over there. And, but he heard one guy, hey, there's turtles here. And boy, he jumped up and yelled, oh, he said, aren't they wonderful? Oh, what nice things. And he never said one word that you can't have them. And so we took them up and put them in the bathtub.
Do you cover them every night or just...
Yes, we cover them every night except in the summertime when it's warm enough.
Yeah.
But in the evening it gets a little bit cool. And you do have to keep their temperature. Their temperature span is very short. If it is if it's 84, they're comfortable. If it's above that, they're a little too warm. And if it gets down to 70, then they are uncomfortably cold. When it gets down to 60, they
Cover them all.
they get sort of docile. At 50, they become unconscious, and at 40, they die.
Oh, gosh.
So their span is really very short. So we do have to be very careful about But she is adorable. Come on.
Who goes with you when you go to be on the program? Do you have a friend?
Yes, I usually take my other director, Mrs. Sizemore.
Nicholas.
Is that when you let the turtles out of the...
Okay, just run it, right?
That's in his way.
Barbara, I can remember when you wouldn't do that.
He doesn't fly. I can't stand things that fly. Well, you're not even going to move, are you? Sleep, so we won't bother him anymore. Let's see the turtle. She's got
Are they the ones you dress up?
Yeah, I don't have this black Oh, yeah, you want to say hello, hello, hello. Isn't he a pretty beautiful thing?
When did they put their heads back in their house like other
They don't.
turtles?
They don't have anything in. That's so that they can have speed for going forward and so forth. And if they didn't have that speed, why?
Yeah, they're still sealed up.
Yeah, I guess it's sealed. Okay, Mama. When they come out of the egg,
Will he kiss you?
Watch your kiss it. You want to kiss the turtle?
Yeah, okay, now hold still. I just put it down. Oh, now be good.
I got it.
Yeah. You see those humps on his back?
Yeah.
The little spikes?
Yeah.
Oh. You see, when a large fish tries to, this is the size of a turtle that they would try to swallow. And when they try to swallow it, this little mouth and these flippers, they have had experience that they know they can't not swallow it forward. So they always swallow it from the back, and look what it does to them. It just hurts them something terrible. And so they spit it. No.
Oh, you took the big one.
He's just been hatched this year. I mean, 2 years ago.
Look at how she's kissing.
Now, show them, I don't want to wave. I don't want to wave. What I want is a turtle salute. Turtle salute now. Come on, let's get up. Turtle salute. Yeah, I said no wave. Turtle salute. Oh, look at that. That is wonderful.
Is he like applause? Is he a ham actor?
Oh, they are hammed right to the end. If he's clapping and people, if he's doing this, well then he'll try to kill himself.
He's just looking out the window.
Like he's in a car seat or
He looks like a toy turtle.
And he really holds on, doesn't he? Like his teeth. Now you have to hold on to Mama because Mama can't hold you. She says, oh, put your finger around Mama. That's a baby.
Oh, no. What's his name?
And you know one thing he loves to do? And it's push off my nose.
Oh, really?
Push off my nose. Push the other side.
What's his name?
What's this one's name?
This one's name is Jerry. And he was found by a boy, and he was all cut over on the rocks at the jetties. And the boy brought him. And so we always name all the turtles after whoever brings them home.
But he was found right here by the jetty.
You know, yeah, by the jetties. Yeah, you want to show them how do you give Mama a Polly Bergen? You know, Polly Bergen has turtle oil in all of her products. The way she gets her turtle oil, she has a lady drop the turtles in boiling water.
Oh my God.
And the oil comes to the top. And that's put in the pot. But this little girl has turtle oil all in there and all in there. Okay, give Mama a Polly Bergen.
Yeah.
Giving you turtle oil.
Nice turtle.
Nicholas?
Yeah. You want to touch the turtle? Maybe that's
turtle?
Huh? Want to touch it? Huh? Of course he does.
Look at his eyes. He's closing his eyes.
Now, sweetheart, what we want you to do is show them, see all of these nice, lovely people. Show them how much you love every one of them. Will you? Hi, Mama. Now you know he loves every one of them. Can't ever say he loves you too. Yeah, down you go. And thank you.